a risk to our health, because the chances are that those toxic chemicals that are being generated through oxidation can lead to what we call peroxide formation. When you have peroxides in the oil, then the peroxide can attack the cells, the membranes. And once the membranes or cells are affected, of course, it can lead to a number of things. And then again, in the case of molds, you've heard of aflatoxin. It's from molds. If you have molds in those containers that, aflatoxin is very common in our environment, and the container, unfortunately, the person picks a bottle, mold that produce aflatoxin are there, and then at the end of the day, the person takes aflatoxin. At the end of the day, what happens? There are chances of that person developing cancer. So the contaminants are there. Apart from these biological contaminants, you also have chemical contaminants, because you don't know what comes into them.
But so how is the Nutrition Society helping to solve this matter?
Well, what we have done so far, because we are a professional body, and we are not a regulatory body, and we don't monitor, we don't enforce. The only way we help to solve this problem is if a brand comes to us, say we have this product, can you certify it, like the Nigeria Foundation does too? Can you certify it? That means we have to verify that their claim is true. So we take it to a process of analysis, subject it to lab analysis. We do on-the-spot check on the production line to ensure that they conform to the good manufacturing practice. And then we issue what we call endorsement. That means we support those claims. So we do endorse, and we have done it for 2 vegetable oils in the country.
You know, the other side of it, when you want to drink water, bottled water, they tell you if it's kept under the sun, under heat, it's not too healthy. But you go into our market, you find out that a lot of these oils are sold under the sun. I mean, the women line it up, the men and women line it up under the sun, and then it is as you come, you pick up, both branded and unbranded. So is the heat from the sun having any effect whatsoever on those oils? And how good is that to our health?
Depending on the temperature.
Let's get the average temperature of Lagos, which is about 28 to 30 degrees Celsius.
They are still safe at that temperature.
Okay.
But when you heat oils with very high temperature, like in frying, and repeat the process, you generate what we call trans fatty acids, which are not good for the body. The trans fats are the major culprits when it comes to issues with oils. Trans fats in the body will lead to increase in the bad cholesterol.
Okay, just hold your thoughts. We'll take a moment to go on a quick break. We'll come back and continue this conversation. Please don't go away.
Wow.
Welcome back. We're still talking healthy and unhealthy oils. Dr. Bright, you saw that story about how people transport oil with... I don't even want to...
Think about it.
Think about it.
It's scary.
But all this end up in the market.
Yes.
And Nigerians
in people's stomachs, not in the market, in people's stomachs.
So what do we do when we go into the market? What do we look out for? I mean, so okay, let's use this one for instance. You go into the market, you see, they tell you sleeping oil.
Waking oil.
Waking oil. Oil that is a weak. You know, so how would you advise people to pick out the best oils? Or is it that they should just avoid every unbranded oil?
One.
Good question. If you see oil solidified in the market, definitely is not a good oil. 2 things. It might be adulterated or it has deteriorated. It's possible that, I don't know, because like a country in Nigeria, I don't know how well they control those people who are involved in all this deep frying business. You know, there are companies that produce chin-chin, for instance. What do they do with the spent oil? Are they selling it to retailers that will now bring it to the market? So if you see a congealed oil or what we call sleepy oil, it's better to avoid it. to recommend, look for oil that you can trace the source. And that means you have to go for the branded, because you are sure if anything happens, you don't have to go back to the manufacturers. If I just see oil in the Ever bottle, I know Ever is for water. If anything goes wrong, I can't go to Ever maker. I don't know the source of that oil. But if you see a branded oil, you can always report to CPC, that's Consumer Protection Council, or NAFDAC. They will take up the issue. So go for the branded.
But again, is it possible for people to make their own oils besides the palm oil? That one's, you have your palm trees, you get your palm nut, you can do that. But is it possible for people to make their own oil so they can avoid even going to the market? I mean, extract your oil from ground oil and all.
Well, there are traditional ways of getting oil from groundnut, which that one is easy for people to do. But other types of vegetable oil, I don't know how much oil people will be able to produce on their own. Why take it away from the manufacturers? Let manufacturers go on with their business. But if you want to go into that, well, if you have equipment, fine, why not? Or if you have the opportunity. But again, am I sure that you're able to produce your oil hygienically? And then nowadays, it is mandatory that oil should be fortified with vitamin A. I can assure you the unbranded oils don't have vitamin A. And it's a mandatory thing from government.
But are they checking that?
Yes, they do. They go, especially in NAFDAC, they move from market to market sometimes to find out if the oils, especially the branded ones, if they have vitamin A. Whether they are manufactured here or they are imported from elsewhere, they do check.
Okay. How often should one fry with one oil to remain safe?
To remain safe, fry with oil just once. Because if you keep heating it up, you will generate trans fats. Trans fats are the reasons why people will tell you, oh, avoid margarine. So it's the same trans fat that will be generated when you fry over and over again with a particular oil. So fry once and...
Fry once and throw it away?
Well, you could use it immediately to cook.
Okay.
Immediately?
Other food. No, I mean subsequently to cook other food. Because it will not require frying. Like if you are using it for soup, you don't require that high temperature to use the oil.
Okay. Okay, the temperature of frying is higher than that of cooking. Yeah. Okay, again, this thing about oils and the quality of the oils out there. People consistently are looking for healthier ways of living. But these branded oils you keep talking about are quite expensive. But then you have already said that we need the oils in our everyday food. So what should people do? What's the alternative?
Well, we have these branded oils in various packs, smaller units, and so on. If you say they are too expensive, maybe you buy a pack for 50 naira. But if you go for the unbranded, God forbid one contracts a disease or has health issues, what you will spend, try to cure diabetes, or know how much it costs to buy to be on hypertensive drugs. So it's more expensive going for the unbranded. Stay with the branded. That is safer.
Thank you very much. We've been speaking with Dr. Bartholomew Bry, Senior Lecturer, Federal University of Ekiti, and the President of the Nutrition Society of Nigeria. We've been talking on branded oils. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you very much.
Cyrus will be back for the home stretch shortly.